Hello friends, and welcome to TurtleQueenGaming, and back to Always Remember Me, Aaron's ending. We are in the process of, I have romance all the way up. I'm in a panic. I'm not sure if the game ends on September 7th or not, but if I don't really, or if his relationship doesn't increase anytime soon, bad things are going to happen. God damn it, Abigail! Abigail's like causing me all sorts of grief.
Bring it on.
I don't know how to make his relationship increase anymore, but you're killing me, Abigail. Go to the mall. I can't shop at the mall at sunset. For pity's sake. Okay, now. I guess I'm going to buy some books. Because, yep. Why not? Read a book. God damn it, Aaron! I can't visit him at noon, apparently. Because that makes sense. Do some overtime. Alright, let's talk with Lawrence. Lawrence, you got any help? Lawrence, your relationship didn't increase either. Something odd is happening.
That was easy.
Alright, go back home. Really don't want to disturb Aunt Gwenda. I didn't get some sleep, but that's okay. Wait, what'd that say? I almost can't believe it. This is going to be my last week of work at the ice cream shop. Oh my god! I don't know what that's gonna mean for me.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't. My god, this isn't working well.
Bring it on.
Save real quick. Read a book. There we go.
That was easy.
Fuck that Abigail chick. She's ridiculous.
This must be.
God damn it, Aaron. Oh, yes, I can only go to the area with the green arrow, I understand. It's to keep me from skipping work, I suppose.
That was easy.
I don't... Ooh, 83.
Yay!
Oh, I was hoping that it triggered something, but it did not. Stop being noisy at night, people.
Yeah.
Can't you see that I am in a frantic frenzy?
Bring it on.
How do I trigger more events? Surely I have to.
Easy.
No, something terrible is happening. I don't know if I have to do anything but increase my relationship with Aaron.
That could have gone better. Awesome.
86. If I'm like 10 away, we're gonna have some serious issues. I failed. This is ridiculous.
I'm awesome. Yay!
Hooray! It's a success. It did absolutely zero for me.
Awesome.
Can I... Oh, sorry, miss? Oh, I am Aaron Cowan's friend, and I'm sorry, but we don't allow visitors at this hour unless they're relatives. I see. I'll come back tomorrow then. Oh, okay. Visiting hours are from morning to evening. Okay. I've never attempted to show up at sunset before, so... that makes sense. Library, can I can't. Okay, I can... Might as well do this while I'm here.
Bring it on.
I unlocked an ending! The summer was reaching its end, and the chill of the wind sent an involuntary shiver up my spine. The breeze rustled the branches of the trees, which were already changing color and raining their leaves upon the ground. This is very, dramatic music. It's hard to believe how much time has passed. The season was finally changing again. College had been back in session for some time now, and everyone was moving on with their lives after everything that had happened over the memorable summer. It barely feels real sometimes, but at times it felt like I was still somehow stuck in the past. Things had changed quickly, and I found myself reflecting on how everyone had continued their onward march in the flow of time as I walked down the path in the park all alone. But this is reality. I got the bad ending! No! I don't know what happened to Aaron. After that dinner at the restaurant with his father ending so badly, we completely lost contact. When did that happen? But even if he did someday remember, it would be too late for it to have any meaning. I still saw Lawrence as a friend, but he had quit his job at the ice cream parlor and moved to another town in a hurry because of family matters. It had happened so suddenly that I lacked the chance to even know where he was now. Additionally, the messages from my secret admirer had stopped when he left, which left me to wonder if it had been him all along or not. Oh, no! I tried to still keep in contact with Eddie, but I haven't heard from him ever since he got the promotion at the hospital. He was too busy with his job. I was glad he was successful and doing well, but I still found myself missing him sometimes. He had become engaged to a locally famous model. She was a beautiful woman, much more than I was. They looked perfect together and got along well from the time they first met at a fashion event. With his interest in design, there was no surprise that there was such a spark between them. Time just keeps going by, slipping further and further away. With every fleeting day, they're all gone from my life now. I watched two birds, a male and female, perch on the branch of one of the trees. I paused and looked up at them. How happy and peaceful they seemed in their own little world as they chirped their merry songs. They had simple existences, but they were together. They didn't stay on the branch for long, and they flew away after a few moments had passed. But as they flew, even through the cold autumn winds, they stayed together as they disappeared into the distance. I smiled slightly, knowing that the right relationship would be the same way with people. There was only one person right for another, and it was just a matter of finding them. No one said it would be quick or easy. Sometimes it would take years and years to find the person who would stay beside you through even the coldest wind. But my voice was just a murmur as I spoke, carried away by the winds. I'll find that person someday. I'll find the man who's just right for me. Bad luck, you got the alone ending. That means you didn't reach a relationship value of 100 with any of the characters, but don't give up. If you try again, this time you'll get a bonus to your statistics based on your last performance. Oh, okay. For the relationship, we'll get a bonus of 1 point for every 10, since raising the relationship value is easier, while your skills you get 1 point for every 5, to make it easier for you to win. Cool! This bonus applies only if you fail to get any character and is reset if you get a successful ending. Cool! That makes life so much easier. Well, since we have time, I guess I'll just go through the game and we'll come back when I get better stats. I'll look up what happened. I obviously broke something. Pretty game. Slow progress. The timeline is very crunched. It makes me feel really, but since I know what I'm doing, it'll be a lot easier. God damn it, this music's loud. But since I know what I'm doing and what I'm going for, it'll be a little easier. Obviously, I missed some sort of scene with Aaron. Completely and totally missed it. Maybe I needed to buy the elegant dress and go to the fancy restaurant. The fuck knows. So I'm gonna check it out, and we'll be right back with Aaron's specific ending. I don't know if I get the regular ending or not, so we'll... I know what I'll do. I'll save at a certain point with a lot of romance, and then we'll get just the regular boring old Aaron ending, and then we'll get the special ending, and we'll just compile it all into this episode. Cool, got it, right, let's go. Whew, okay, I found a scene. I was taking a break from my usual routine when I stopped at the disco pub to relax and have some fun for the evening. I was alone and felt rather lonely, but it was something I was getting used to. I looked up when I heard a familiar tune start to play, surprise filling me when I recognized it on the first note. It was a romantic song by a female vocalist with a beautifully pure voice. It was the song Aaron and I had listened to when dancing on our first holiday together. I see what they did there. It was starting to seem impossible not to find little things that reminded me of Aaron everywhere I went. I didn't stay at the pub very late, and I planned to go straight to the mall the first chance I got. The following day, I went to the music store at the mall to buy a CD I wanted. I got a CD and a pair of headphones from home and went over to the hospital right away. It was starting to become a familiar trip, and I couldn't keep track of how many times I had gone there since the accident. When I arrived, though it was no surprise, Abigail was in the room and still at Aaron's side. They were laughing, and she was telling him about some sort of prank that transpired during one of their dates. I was skeptical of the truthfulness of her tale, since it would be far too easy to just tell him lies and try to pass them off as memories, but I didn't comment. Good morning. Oh, hello, Amy. Hi. I held up a CD and my CD player with a smile. I brought a CD that you might remember. Would you like to listen to it? Sure, sounds interesting. I handed him the CD and pointed to the 7th track. See that song? I remember when we first heard it. We were together at the time. Yeah? I can't recall. The name of it is Remember Me. Is this really important? Sorry, I didn't realize that was Abigail. Needed more spite in my voice. I think it might help you remember that day. Cool, thanks for bringing it. Wait a minute, Aaron can't use headphones. The doctors said so. I looked at Abigail skeptically, hardly believing her comment. Aaron looked rather surprised as well. Insist on using headphones. Well, if the doctors really did say that, I don't want to push it. Is that so? Yes, no headphones for Aaron. They could be dangerous. I seriously doubt that, but hey, whatever. Okay, I'll just whistle it then. Maybe that'll be enough for now. Sounds good. Thanks for trying so hard to help me all the time, Amy. Of course. I'm always happy to help. And put that bitch in her place. Abigail crossed her arms and frowned as I started to hum the melody. Aaron's expression became thoughtful as a look of recognition dawned on his face. Damn. I remember that a little bit. Can I listen to the CD? I think I'll be okay with headphones. Abigail looked offended and tears started to gather in her eyes. She went to sit in the corner of the room as I plugged the CD player in and gently handed Aaron the headphones. Ha! Go to your corner, bitch. Alright. So, according to, Grumpy Cat? Is that what it is? Hold on. Yeah. Grumpy Cat. She, does blog walkthroughs for, Otome Games. Very good. Like, I usually default to her blog because she does a lot of the same games that I play. And according to that, if you have full relationship stats with Aaron, it can end the game early, and you will always get the good ending and not the true ending if you don't have max romance. But you can't get the good ending if you have max romance, so you have to kind of balance holding off on romance and then saving and then getting that, and then so it's a process. Blah. Spitting all over the place, excuse me. Now, so just hold on and I'll hopefully get to the next scene. We'll see. Okay, we're getting close.
Awesome.
I'm actually really close. I don't know what that means for here, but if I go to work and then I go here, I should be able to talk with him. Save. Yes, talk with Aaron. No, I'm not messing about with this.
That was easy.
And apparently only reading to Aaron guarantees you to get romance points. Good to know. Gosh darn it.
Pretend you didn't see that.
Aaron, increase your romance immediately.
Pretend you didn't see
God
that.
damn it, Aaron. There. Harumph. And now I'm at 99 romance. Oh, that's... Poop. That won't work. I'm gonna reload. Well, I can't increase my romance through anything. I know there's a triggering point. Oh. Trigger. I found it. Sorry about the music. I fixed it though. I was exercising in the gym when I noticed a small crowd gathering across the room. Oh. I walked over to check out what was happening and caught sight of a display on the far side of the room. I got closer, my eyes settled upon a stand selling posters. Don't miss out on this awesome chance. Buy a poster right here and have it signed today. I looked over and gasped when I saw the familiar face of Kyle Cutler, a basketball player whose name I could never forget. He was Aaron's favorite player from the time he was in college up until he entered the professional league. I wonder if he remembers. It was difficult to say if he would or not, but deciding there would be no harm in it, I decided to buy a poster. Hi, could I buy one of those big posters, please? Sure thing. The biggest one? Yes, please. I handed her my debit card and she handed me the poster. I punched my security code into the keypad on the stand and started pushing through the crowd to try to reach the famous player. Excuse me, please, excuse me. I repeated the words for several moments as I approached Kyle Cutler, and after a wait of a few minutes, I found myself standing before the athlete himself. Cool. Hi, could you please sign this for me? I held the poster out to him and smiled. Or he smiled, I guess. I'm sure I'm smiling too. Sure thing. Anything special you'd like me to write on it? Maybe you could put "to Aaron" on it? I looked up at him hopefully and he nodded in response. For a friend of yours? Yes, for my boyfriend. The words should have seemed perfectly natural, but at the same time I knew they weren't perfectly correct. That's great. Here you go. Thank you so much. I hurried to the locker room and tucked the poster safely away before I showered and changed into clean clothes. Once I was ready, I went straight to the hospital. I was smiling as soon as I went inside the building and quickly walked to Aaron's room. I would have run, but such behavior wouldn't have been appropriate in the hospital. When I finally reached his room, I pushed the door open and walked right past Osher and Abigail. Fuck you guys. Neither of them had time to give me a proper greeting, and Aaron didn't either, but he smiled when he saw me. When I held up the poster, his face lit up. Oh, wow! Kyle Cutler? Yes, it's a real autograph, too. I got it special for you, Aaron. He took the poster from me gently, looking amazed. I'm amazed! You knew he was my favorite? Of course. I know you're a big fan. It was a long wait to get the autograph, but I just had to do it when I saw the opportunity. And the romance didn't go up. Thank you so much, Amy. You must really know me well. Aaron walked over and pulled me into an embrace. I felt my face flush with surprise, but I felt perfectly safe and at home in his arms. I could feel Abigail's furious gaze burning into me, but it hardly seemed to matter during that precious moment with Aaron. Yeah! Romance did go up! God dang it! Alright, well... Poop. Poop! Oh well, we'll just see the special ending. Whatever.
That was easy. Yes! Yay!
I unlocked an ending! Super fantabulous ending! With more loud music! I watched the stubborn old man who, despite his flaws, I hoped from the bottom of my heart would become my father-in-law. He was holding a copy of my New York Times best-selling novel, Won His Heart Twice. The book was about the trials Aaron and I had faced when he lost his memories. When I started the book, I didn't know how it was going to end. But now I'm overjoyed to say that it got to have a happy ending, with the protagonist's love regaining all his memories of their time together. Aaron held my hand tightly, waiting for his father's response. The engagement ring on my finger felt heavier than usual due to the anticipation of what he would say. Well, I really must say, the book was very impressive. Every single word of it is completely true. Yeah, Amy wrote it from the bottom of her heart. I can see that much. I'm not apologizing, but I will give you my blessing. Well, thanks, you stubborn old coot. My heart leapt at his words, and I felt Aaron squeeze my hand as we both smiled. Really? You mean it? Yes, I give the two of you my permission to marry. Well, thanks. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you approve of us. We were getting married anyway. He didn't know that, but it was happening. I expect you to be a good wife to my son, though. I will be, I promise. You don't have to worry. What, you were approving of Abigail? Really? However, there's still one more condition. My smile must have fallen into a frown instantly, for the old man simply smiled. It was probably the first time he ever smiled at me. Oh, don't worry, it's nothing big, but since you're such a famous writer now, I want you to sign my copy of this book. Of course! Dad, don't play jokes like that. Amy is a good sport, but she really had me worrying. We all laughed as I took the pen and book from Washer. Next time I sign my name, it'll be on a marriage certificate. Hooray! Special ending! Love is not just looking at each other. It is looking in the same direction. Antoine de Saint... blah, blah. Is that French? Looks like French. Alright. Let's just... We don't need that anymore. Alright. One more time.
That was easy.
Well, I know there's one more trigger, but I don't think I'm going to trigger that scene. It's supposed to be at home. I've been at home for days now. It doesn't seem to want to work, so... And... Oh, you've reached a 100 relationship with Aaron. Do you want to continue playing to unlock the special ending? If you choose to stop, it will unlock the normal ending. Well, obviously that's stopped, because we've already unlocked this super special ending. I'm just too good at this game. I smiled up at him, eyes full of joy, my spirit perfectly content. It's a really beautiful day, isn't it? It is, but it isn't as beautiful as you, Amy. You're making me blush. You can't be such a flirt, or you can be such a flirt sometimes, Aaron. But isn't that how I always was? Most of the time. I want everything to be perfectly normal again, even if it takes a while. It's okay, there's no rush. These things take time after all. Just like Osher, I'm sure he'll accept me soon. Yes, I'm sure he will too. I smiled and took a deep breath, enjoying the scent of the sea breeze. We were on the same beach as we had been the night before the accident. Aaron moved closer to me and took my hand in his. Amy, I love you. Even when my memories were hazy, I felt the same way from the moment I first saw you. I felt his warm hand close to mine. I leaned my head against his shoulders, happy to be close to him again. I wanted to tell him the same thing, but I felt obligated to have some fun and put a poetic spin on it. I love you too, today and forevermore. Aww. Well, that timing was great. Alright, normal ending. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. Plato. That was cute. It was very cute. With Abigail there, I can see how it'd be easier for her to, like, fall for someone else just because you're distracted by Aaron not loving you anymore. And if you're spending time with the support system, you might see that some other guy kind of likes you. On that note, how awful is Lawrence? Was it that night that he told you? No, it had to have been the secret admirer. I can't remember whether it came after you told him about the accident or before. It came after. You tell him all about how Aaron can't remember you, and then all of a sudden you're getting letters from a secret admirer. Tacky. Sweet, but very tacky. Like I said, there's another trigger point at home. I'm guessing Nina runs away. I'm sure it's adorable. From what I've read, Nina runs off to the hospital. I'm not sure how your cat made it all the way to the hospital, but fuck ever. And I'm sure it's completely adorable. I'm sure it shows Aaron actually remembering things, which is terrible. I couldn't seem to trigger it. It was wrong. Horrible. But it's a really good game. I'll probably play through the other endings. I can probably sum them up in the same playthrough. Just do all of the scenes. This game was a lot quicker than I thought it'd be. But as far as a stat-based game, it was really good. And the triggering thing was the problem, because after you get a certain point with the relationship level, once you visit the place where there's supposed to be a trigger point, it should just automatically trigger. It shouldn't be completely random, like with a 5% chance that it won't trigger or whatever. That's not very helpful to me. But, anywho's, it's on Steam. Feel free to pick it up. I'll probably go through the other endings. Let's do Dr. Lawrence and then Hugh. That's a good... yeah. But, obviously, that'll be in another episode. So until next time, peace out, y'all.